Hello, today we're going to review the Miranda sensomat RE. So this camera was introduced in 1971 and it's a fully mechanical SLR with built-in light metering, TTL. And I would say this was made for the average to semi-pro consumers, so not a beginner camera, but not a pro camera like the Nikon F bodies. So let's get into it. Starting on the left here, you have a film memo dial, just to remind you if you have color or if you have black and white film. And I guess the idea here is that you line up the name with the dot here, just to remind you what film you have, because you don't have a film holder here. Then you go to on top, you have a standard rewind lever. Here we have the prism, which is removable. If you rotate this dial here to the left, there you go, and just pull it backwards. Removable viewfinder. So you can change that. And to put it back on, just slide it in and click it. Shutter speed dial. Interesting thing about that is that you see here now, I'm locked out of the lower shutter speeds because I'm on a high ASA. I'm on 400 right now. I'm locked out. If I change it to, let's say, 50 here, and to change it, you just lift up the film rewind, or for the film, the speed, shutter speed dial. And now when I'm at 50 ASA, I can simply just go down to lower speeds. And I can even use bulb mode. Let's get it back to 1000, and let's get it to 400 ASA. Then here we have a threaded shutter release mount to mount a shutter cable. Here you have your film, like how many exposures you've taken window, and here's your film advance lever. Let's go to the front of the camera. At the front of the camera, you have your shutter button, which you could also have a shutter button up here as an accessory. So shutter button, and here you have your flash sync cords. This is a PC flash sync cord, I think, and this is an electronic flash. You see FP and X there, if I'm not mistaken. To remove the lens, you simply press these two tabs and rotate. So that's off. So this light meter is a bottom weighted light meter, which I can insert a picture here to show you where it meters the light, or where it meters the light. And the lens is a standard lens, aperture ring, focus ring. Yeah, this is a 1.4. This is I think this came on cameras like stock. This or a 1.8, if I'm not mistaken. Moving to the right, you have a aperture stop down button here. You see now. Let's see, can you see that? Kinda. Anyways, it stops down the aperture. See, now it's at f16, and to release it, just press the button again. But also you can just take an exposure. You see it auto releases. So that's pretty smart. And then there's nothing more here. The other side, you have a film rewind button. You have a tripod socket, standard. You also have a battery compartment, and there's other battery in here, fresh, but I'm just going to show you how to remove it. Take a coin or something similar. Just open it. And here you see a plus sign. So it's plus up. I'll show you. So they take the plus sign, point up, press back on. And I find these to be quite hard to rescrew because the threads are kind of yanky on at least this camera, but it works. So there we go. Now battery is in. Let's go to the back. To open the film back, you simply pull this lever up. So it's not like most cameras, you can't just simply take this lever up and pull it up. You have to pull on this tab. And I think I just have to press this button. And as you see there, it's open. Let's open it. And now, as you can see, inside you have your cloth shutter and your pressure plate. I'm going to show you how to load film into this camera. It's as most cameras. You just first need to open this tab up. Then you take this with the knob down. Usually I like to lock it in place first. So it's locked in place. Then simply pull the film. And also don't worry, this is old film. It's yeah, it says old film. So, and you just put it into one of these slots right here. And then you just simply take the lever and do like one of those, and then one more to see that everything is lined up, everything is on, nothing is jumping off. And then you can simply close. Also, I mean, this buckle right here is not really that good, but I mean, this film is old and used like a lot of times to just show how to do a load film. Just close the back door and close this lid thingy. And there you have film in the camera. So now you just go forward until you see a 1 here on the film counter. I think mine's broken because I don't think mine resets when I open the film back. Just gonna prove it. Yeah, as you can see, mine does not reset. I think they should do that, but mine doesn't, because as I said, mine is not completely working. Also note, never open the film door when you have film inside. It's gonna ruin your film, but because this is already ruined from a long time ago, it's fine. And now to rewind the film, also I can just show you what happens when you advance. Yeah, and exposure. To rewind the film, press the button under here. What that does is it locks up, or no, it releases, it makes this spin freely. So now you can open up the crank, and you see the arrow. You just crank it at the arrow's direction. So now I'll spin it. And you will hear a pop when it releases. And you're gonna go until you feel like no resistance. It's kind of or like when you have your own film that's not exposed. You wanna roll like all the way in, but just to demonstrate, I'm not gonna do it because I wanna save this film. And close it back up. Let's close it. Okay. So I think that's pretty much it. I can also show you the live mirror actually, because this one has a trick. As you can see here, let's see if you can focus. Come on. Yes. Right now it's off. If I cock the shutter lever, you see? Now it's on. If I take exposure, off. So this live mirror is only on when the shutter is cocked, which is quite neat. So this was to save battery, I would assume. And it's quite good system, except if you forget to take exposure after you cook the shutter, because then it will drain your battery. So you should never leave your, or you should never store your mechanical camera on the shelf for a long time with the camera cooked, because it puts tension on the compartments. Or the parts. But you should never do it on the Miranda as well, because it can drain your battery. So that's pretty much it in terms of review. Let's give this camera a score. Okay, so starting with price. These cameras are pretty cheap actually. I picked mine up for I think 20 euro. I'm not sure, but this was like 3-4 years ago. Because I bought my broken. I had to go inside. Let's see if I can maybe get it to. I went inside under here, under the mirror compartment here, and I reattached a spring or some stuff. I also tried to solder the light meter thingies, and it worked for a bit, but now it doesn't really work completely. But that's besides the point. So I got mine pretty cheap, but I think you could get one fairly cheap. Probably get a working one with like maybe 2 lenses in fairly good condition for I would say 60 euro. And if you get us another viewfinder, like maybe a waist level one for 60 euro, that's a deal. Cause it's built pretty good. So price wise, I'm gonna give this 8 out of 10. Very good. Build quality. I mean, this is a full mechanical SLR from the 70s, so it's quite hefty, but I like it. So I really think this is a beautiful camera because it has like these rounded edges, and it's this nice design, sleek design, you know, with the gold in the RE. And yeah, I think it's just really aesthetically pleasing to look at. And it feels great. It sounds great. Shutter. And the lens as well there. It feels great, smooth. So build quality, I'm gonna give it a 8 as well, because it's really good. And now to feel. Unfortunately, I don't like this advanced lever at all, really. I think it's too far to the right. Usually the lever is like here somewhere on most cameras. This one is way out on the right, which for me is not that comfortable, really. It just feels a bit weird because it feels weird when you crank it like this. Because I think you just have such a short lever or a short arm, so it just feels weird. And also, like, I don't know if it's my camera, because I mean this is a bit broken, of course, but like the pressure, like it's weird because like here's just much resistance and here's like nothing, and then it just, I don't know, I don't like it. But other than that, I would say the ergonomics of this camera and the light meter and other stuff is fairly good. But it's just the fact that this arm, I don't like it. So me personally, I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Just because the arm. And then maybe it sounds weird, but yeah. And also, I'm not really a big fan of this thing where it locks out of the lower shutter speeds. But I'm sure they had a reason to do it and it was smart done. So yeah. That's my review of the Miranda sensomat RE. Thank you.